Brown in the City. This is Shantae.
And this is Letitia. And today we're going to talk about why men get such backlash when it comes to dating younger women. But when women date younger men, they get applauded. How do you feel about that? And do you feel like you would date a younger man? And if so, what age gap would you give it? Like how far apart in age do you feel like?
Well, I feel like men that are single in their 40s, they're in that stage, especially I feel if they've been in a long-term relationship or a long-term marriage or whatever the case may be. I feel like as far as, you know, some men dating younger women, it's just that excitement, that thrill. You know, they're not looking for a commitment. You know, so a lot of these young girls out here, they just want the fun too. And I just feel like, you know, some of the older guys, they just want that spark back in their life that they haven't been getting in their long-term relationships or marriages. I feel like, you know, a woman in their 40s, you know, yeah, they may date, you know, someone that's a little bit younger, you know, maybe in their 30s or whatever the case may be. But a lot of, you know, the women that are single that's also been in long-term relationships or marriages, you know, they still looking to settle down. So as far as that dating thing, yeah, I think, yeah, in the beginning, just to get out there, you know, just to get some excitement into their, you know, lives that they haven't been getting. I just think that they're more wanting to settle versus the men out there. They just want to have fun. They want to let loose. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. I do feel like women and men date a younger partner because they want to bring that fun back, like their youth back, so they feel like they're doing more stuff, whether it's working out or whatever it is. Like when you were young, you went to the movies, you did like things that, you know, was fun. And I feel like when we get older, we kind of lose sight of that. So they want that back. They want to get that youth back. So I feel like both may date younger. But as far as me, I honestly don't know. As far as age, I'm definitely not dating more than 5 years younger than me if I ever was out there. But luckily, I don't have to be that. I don't have to do that at this moment.
Yeah. I think the younger guys, they're looking for more of a woman that's mature. That's not playing games, that's about her business. Just got her life in order. You know, you have a lot of young girls out here, you know, they just want to have fun. And I just think like some of the young guys, they're, you know, they like the fun too, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, they want somebody that can, hey, it's a clean house, they can cook, you know, they, like I said, they got their life in order. You know, hey, they may need someone to check them, you know, in different areas. At the, you know, like I said, you know, even like for the young guys, they may be having their things together, you know. Yeah, they're young, but I feel like some of the young guys do have their life in order, and they don't want to deal with someone their age because it's just the immaturity. You know, who wants to keep going back and forth with somebody all the time, arguing, don't cook, don't clean, don't, you know, just don't have their life in order.
But then you gotta look at the other side of that as well. There's plenty of guys, younger men, that will date women just to use them. Because they can want everything that you said. It could very well be what you said, but it could also be, I can use this woman, like I'm giving her a youth back. Bringing that excitement back. What can she give me? I give to her, but what can she give me? So some people are being used.
Yeah, and vice versa. The young girls, they be using these older guys out here too. You know, they'll do any and everything to get a bag, to get their hair and nails done, you know, so.
And as far as like the cleanliness, like as far as the young girls, I wouldn't say every young girl don't clean or anything like that. I would say that It
Yeah,
just
of
depends
course.
on the person.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Because a lot of times I do think men do like the maturity. Young men, they do like the maturity of the older woman. So they like, oh, she got herself together. And an older woman might have herself more together than a younger woman. But
it's
a lot of young girls.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of young girls that's
it's just
pretty
the
good.
mental, just having a sit down adult conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it goes off of mental too.
But I also think they like the older women too because it's just like they are more of a homebody.
Absolutely.
Like they're in the house, they're not in the streets. Yeah. Older men date younger women more for manipulation than anything. Now, I don't want to make it seem like an older man can't be with a younger woman and love her and cherish her and marry her and be all of those things. But just from my experience being around it, I saw that happen. Like a man will be with a younger woman to mold her and to basically, be able to tell her how to move and things like that. It's easier to do it with a younger woman versus a woman that's your age because she's probably not, you're not going to get away with that with a woman your age. But I do know of relationships where older men are with younger women and it's a good relationship. So, everybody do it for many other reasons, but I feel like men, they just get frowned upon more, like when they're dating younger sex. Me personally, I don't care. If you're both adults, do your thing. I don't care. But for some reason, it seems like when a woman is dating a younger man, it's just...
it's
nothing.
Yeah, I just
like we don't make it a big deal.
Some of the older men do want to control the situation. They want to control the situation, and in their mind, they know what's best for them, and the younger woman's going to follow along. Obviously, he's getting what he wants, and she's getting what she wants out of it. Like I said, some of the men do date the younger women because they're getting their mojo back, or just to see if they still got it. They just may be traumatized from being with an older woman, going through all the real life events and things that happen in real life versus dating a younger woman that's just about really just having fun. It's just excitement, so yeah.
So to me, like having fun and excitement, it does seem like it's just maybe like a youth thing or a young thing. Like that's what you're doing if you're dating somebody young. But we have the young people like me that like just always was a homebody, and I never like wanted to do anything like that. So I'm sure it is like young people out there that's like homebodies, and they probably aren't very mature, and that could be a reason potentially why our older man is dealing with that person, because maybe she's a mature young lady, and that could be a reason as well, on both sides.
Yeah,
because there's mature men out there too. Just because they're young, that doesn't mean that they're out here in the
just
streets
doing anything. Yeah, absolutely, I totally agree.
I also believe that older men date younger women because they feel desired, and it's boosting their ego. It's like she's their trophy. So a lot of times they like to walk around with someone that they can brag about and stuff like that. Not saying that they can't brag about older women, because they can, but sometimes when you got that younger person, is more noticeable. Like people notice it more sometimes when it's like you think that it's out of your league and you're walking around like, oh, with this young girl. So I feel like it's like a ego booster for men most times.
Yeah, something to talk about amongst their friends. Like, yeah, I grabbed her. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, they just wanted to see if they still got it. It's, that's how I look at it.
And I feel like most times it's not long term. It's most times, in my experience, temporary. Like they just do it for the time being and just have their fun. But there are some successful relationships with older men and younger women. To each his own. Like to me, it doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you're both adults. Like if you're 50 and you decide you want to be with somebody that's 20, that's on you. Like, well, not 20. I would say 21.
Oh my God, yeah.
I feel like 20 is a little too young.
That's way
but
too
it's
young.
still considered an adult. But you're legal when you're 21. But to me, like you were saying, age, I feel like as long as you're both adults, then it's fine.
Yeah.
We just live in a society where it just get more frowned upon when a man date a woman that's way younger versus a woman dating a man that's way younger.
Yeah.
All her friends be like, what? What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, and it's so crazy because even like some of the young girls, they be like, "You what? He's too old. Like, why you want? You know, you can get that bag from him." That's what they be talking about amongst themselves. Them young girls. It's all about getting that bag and what they can get from the older guy. They see that
But
the
you know
older
what,
guy
though?
got a house, they got a car, they set. You know.
But you know what though? It's not always the young
It's-
girls. And when I say it's not always the young girls,
I understand.
I would say the men put it out there like, I'll take care of you. I'll buy your house. I'll do this.
Yeah.
So it's like they kind of come to the girl with that.
Yeah.
I'll do this for you. I'll do that with you. Sometimes
But how long does that
women-
even last?
it might
You know?
not, but sometimes it's not even a woman like going after the man for that. It's like them coming to him like, oh, if you do this for me, or if you be with me, I'll give you this, or I'll do that. So it's a little bribe.
But
And I
it's
feel
how
like,
it's how they present it as well too.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the guys they got this flashy, this and that. The girls is loving it.
Mhm.
You know, so they want a piece of that.
Mhm.
Going off of appearance, especially with the young, women. Some of them look way older than what they are. So you have some older guys, thinking, okay, she's of age, she's around my age, so forth and so on. Let me try to holler. And once you get to start talking to, the young girl, she's in her 19, 18, year-old range, 20-year-old range. So you do have a lot of young women that are young that look way older. Some look like they're in their 30s.
And as soon as they find out as soon as they find out their age, that should be the stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, hold up. I thought you was older.
Mm-hmm.
Let me leave you alone.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's not always the case.
Yeah.
They go forward. So
Yeah, they definitely do go forward.
that's a whole other story.
Like I said, when you first meet someone, like, basically, is the age the first thing you even notice?
Well,
you don't. Like I said,
you look at them and you assume that they're what you want them to be.
Yeah.
But I will say the young girls these days, they look older than us.
They sure enough too.
So because they look older than us, I could see someone thinking that they're older than us. But once you find out their age, that's a whole different story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they looking old. They looking older.
They're definitely looking older.
What's in
Even
the
like
food or
women our age, the younger guys, they be thinking that we in our 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I get that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, when you don't allow the world to eat you up, you stay very reserved.
Mm-hmm.
So, the less worldly you are, the freer you will live. That's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Shout out to all the older women.
The aunties is what they
The
call them.
aunties, they are calling us aunties.
Yeah, they calling
right?
us aunties now.
Yeah, they calling us aunties. So,
Yeah, aunties.
yeah, I can say that I'm very blessed. So, yeah.
Yes, well.
Yeah. Sex and intimacy. Do younger partners bring passion while older partners bring experience? What's your thought on that?
Okay, so to me, it is the individual always. I don't care about age. It's always the individual. Now, I will say, older women, like men, always talk about older women, how they're cougars and how they're more experienced, and that's why younger men like older women as well, because they're willing to really satisfy versus the younger that just want to just lay there.
Yeah, I feel like, the older women have more of a higher sex drive.
I agree, and we do. And I say that because, and they always say, men's sex drive goes down when they get older, and women's sex drives go up.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that explains why the younger men love older women as well.
Yeah.
Now, Don't get it twisted. There's some old men out there still out there, and they still doing the thing. But their sex drive definitely go down. Like they not wanting to do it as much as they probably potentially did back when they was young whippersnappers.
Yeah. So my thing is like definitely really don't believe the hype about older women can't hang. They don't have a higher sex drive. You know, they're going through menopause. They're going through this. They're going through that.
I don't even hear that. You hear me? I don't even hear that.
Like, no.
It heightens.
No.
It heightens.
So, you know, older women definitely got it. You know, they definitely got it. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, so. I think honestly that's one of the reasons why the younger men do like the older women, and why just men in general like older women.
Yeah.
That's it. And I mean, a lot of times, like when the older men are with the younger girls, sometimes it's just for security. Like with the younger women, like they're just with them because they're paying their bills and doing things for them. And the older man might feel like she's like helping them to stay young, like I said, going in the gym and working out. Are these older women and men both? Are they dating a younger partner for control? Because sometimes it feels like when they're dating younger, they feel like they can control them a little bit more. Like, I'm not going to say they treat them like a child, but sometimes they feel like because they're older, they can control the things that's going on in the younger person's life. So
persuade you into doing things that you haven't done, or
because they feel like they have the more experience, so they feel like, oh, you should be doing it this way.
Yeah, they definitely play the more experienced card. But even some of the older adults, they're not always right, you know, so.
I'm going to say this too. I feel like a lot of young women may date these older men because of lack of having a father. A lot of young women that date these older men, a lot of them didn't have fathers in their life. So they kind of date men that reminds them of a father figure. So that could potentially be, they might want someone to control them. They might want someone to be their leader or to guide them in the right direction because of that, because they didn't have it. So a lot of times it could be that too.
Yeah.
With young women dating older men.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean.
Oh, that's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
Like women not having fathers in their life, a lot of them do cling to older men. Or cling to men that is a reminder of a daddy figure.
Yeah, I mean, that could be it as well. I mean, I do agree because I would say it triggers more in the younger women that maybe didn't have a father figure in their life. They're more promiscuous. You know, I've noticed that they're very promiscuous. So,
but to me, the promiscuous sometimes, when women are promiscuous like that, sometimes it comes from them being touched when they was young or being raped, and they just it's just something that's on constantly a reminder.
Going off of the sex drive, you may hear the men saying, they're getting older, they won't be able to hang. I feel as though, with the men, it's like, a lot of older men have to take supplements to continue that sex drive, especially when they're dealing with a younger, woman. Or a woman in general that has a high sex drive, so. What's your thought on that?
They definitely, a lot of them do have to take supplements to keep up with the younger woman, or like you said, to keep up with any woman in general. Sometimes, so
so it's not just the women, getting older and they feel as though that they're old, they can't hang.
I don't think women feel that way though. I literally feel like
I'm not saying the women feel that way. I'm saying the men that says it about the women.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was about to say them older women, boy,
no,
they be putting
I'm saying
they put the whooper pill on.
So yeah. So I just feel like you know, it's not just the woman, it's definitely the man. You know, I think the man has to take more, you know, supplements and things of that nature to keep going. So.
I mean, that's what they need sometimes to, like I said, they go through those midlife crises and they feel like a young girl is going to like bring them back to their youth. And sometimes it does. Sometimes you can meet a young person that can like have you out there feeling like you can change the world.
But you know, the men, they be in denial about that midlife crisis. They so quick to say about a woman's, you know, getting old and, you know, her downfall and that. Listen, some men I feel are in denial that they are getting old, you know, and they are afraid that, you know, they can't hang. So.
Yeah, they can't. I will say the ones that can't probably stays with their wife. They probably know that they can't leave because they know they ain't gonna be able to do it for nobody else. So hey, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Stay right there.
It's the ones that's confident that
right.
Like, okay, I still got it out. Do you think that age gap couples face more pressure to prove that their relationships is real? I honestly do. A lot of times when you see an older man with a younger woman, you just automatically assume she's using them for something, and that's why she's with him. And vice versa. I feel like when a younger man is dating an older woman, you're like, okay, what do he want? Like, why is he with her? So that everybody's first thought, to be honest with you. Like, you might have a few that's like, oh, they fine. But for the most part, the society or the environment around you, they're going to automatically assume that it's a hidden agenda. Like, okay, why are they together? He's 40, she's plus 25, right? She's 25, and vice versa. She's 50, dating a 32-year-old. It's like, okay, what is it? So I feel like they do have to do more to prove like this is real. Like I really love this person, or I really want to be with them. So I do feel like they have to prove it more, do more to prove it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree, you know, with that. You know, it's like they have to put more effort into showing the audience that this is real. Right. But, you know, sometimes, you know, you get caught up in these infatuations and, you know, sometimes it doesn't work. It's just, you know.
But the ones that do, they spend a long time trying to prove that, okay, this is who I want to be with. And this is what it's going to be.
Yeah, I just feel like, you know, at the end of the day, it's your relationship, it's y'all relationship, and you don't have to prove anything to no one. You know, at the end of the day, hey, keep your business to yourself. I mean, of course, people's going to have their opinions and things like that, especially the people that are close to you. That really knows you, but you know, outside of that, hey.
And at the end of the day, like you said, if it works for y'all, that's all that. That's all that matters. Like you can't really, in life in general, you can't like focus on how people feel about what you got going on. Like as long as you're happy, do you?
But you have to understand too. You gotta make sure, hey, is this for me, or is this just a thing, or a long time situation?
But, you know, everything that's meant to be, it is shown eventually. So if it's meant or not meant, then it'll come out eventually.
It definitely will.
Even if you had, and it's something in you that feel like this is who I want to be with, and then time passes and you're like, okay, maybe I was wrong. Okay, so it's our hot topic segment, and we're going to talk about the Eagles winning. But not only did they win, they won again to the team that they beat in the Super Bowl.
Yes, they did.
So applause to them.
Yes.
And we also want to talk about Crawford. He beat Canelo in a fight, and it was a very, very good fight. He did a good job. Not only did he beat him, but he literally went to a different weight class. Like he was in a completely different weight class. So he gained weight, worked out, had a big surgery too, and came back and won. So congrats to the Eagles and Crawford.
Yeah,
Hot
congratulations.
topic, yes.
Hot topic. My final thought is a younger woman may be dating an older man, and an older woman may be dating a younger guy. At any age, it's just more about the maturity, the intentions, and the respect, and what is truly defined as a connection. So I'm gonna leave you on that.
So I would say my final thought is love has no age, but society double standards often do. I feel like as long as it's genuine, the connections are genuine, regardless of age. Do you like if it makes you happy? Do what makes you happy?
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
As we always say, please go follow our podcast page, Burn in the City Podcast on Instagram.
Yes, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Brown in the City.
And please like and
Comments.
yes.
And
We
thank
really
you
like
for
seeing them.
all the feedback from our last episode. It was amazing. All the comments, all the love and support that you guys are giving us.
Yes,
We
really
are
appreciate
very, very thankful and blessed. We are so appreciative.
Yes, we are.
Yes. Thank you.
Guys.
And have a good night.
Good night.